You know the movies, you know the sound, you know the music, you know them all around. This is Recording Critics. Have a nice day.
I have a certain intro today, so it's all typed down. And a sec. Here we go. Hi, I'm Alexander Borden, and welcome to Recording Critics. And today we are going to be looking back at one of the best movie eras of all time, the 90s. Here are the top 30 best movies of the 90s. 30. Unforgiven. 1992, 78%. I give my own ratings on this on Recording Critics, so Unforgiven is getting a 78% because, let's take a look. A decent movie, all Eastwood style. Yes, of course. Westerns. 29. Hook. 1991, a 76%. It's a very underestimated movie, and you cannot say that Hook is bad. I mean, if you compare it to some of the other Peter Pan adaptations, Hook is the best one yet. It may be long and everything, but if you actually really realize it, there's so many good roles in the film. Dustin Hoffman and Robin Williams were very good at the Academy Award kind of thing, so one of the best movies yet to be released. So underrated. 28. The Lost World, Jurassic Park, 1997, 92%. You're probably gonna hate me for this, but I actually really like The Lost World better than Jurassic World. And it's not my favorite Jurassic Park movie because I like the first one and everything, and I have it in Blu-ray 3D for a reason, and The Lost World has to be my second favorite. I really like the main three. Jurassic Park 3, I am not giving a good rating on here, but it's one of my personal favorites. It's just a lot of people hate it. A lot of people hate it. I mean, it's kind of bad, but it's also good. It's kind of nostalgic for me, and I'm not gonna rate it bad for me. But on Recording Critics, I'm probably gonna rate it bad because everybody thinks it's bad. Lost World, Jurassic Park. This movie has impressive shots like the cliff scene. What a cliffhanger! Pun. The raptors in the tall grass was scary good. Of course, there's so many good moments in The Lost World that you cannot compare to any of the other movies. Can you even compare the cliff scene to Jurassic World? I mean, they did have a cliff jump scene, but it wasn't as good as The Lost World. I mean, going over a cliff and while you're on a rope and you're almost about to die, and the trailer goes off the cliff and explodes in midair. That's freaking awesome. 27. Lake Placid. 1999, 65%. Lake Placid, the only good one in the whole Lake Placid movies is possibly the first one. Because almost all the Lake Placid movies are dumb. They're extremely dumb. And I just hate the Lake Placid movies a lot, almost all of them. Except for the first one, because the first one was actually legitimately good. So, Lake Placid, the best out of terrible franchise, has impact. Yes, it does. 26. Edward Scissorhands, 1990, a 90%. A good romantic holiday Tim Burton scare flick. It's kind of creepy, it's kind of good, it's mostly romantic, and it's really weird, but it's mainly about Christmas time, winter time, all that kind of stuff. But it's a pretty good movie, and almost everybody likes it, even people without romanticizing watching the movie, because it's mainly girls that like watching stuff like that, and they always love watching romance movies, and it's just, you know how girls are, chick flicks. Okay. 25. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, 1999, a 92%. It got an Academy Award. It may be racist and everything. Right here. South Park bigger, longer, and uncut. Okay. Funny, racist, violent, and musical. Yes, the South Park movie is a musical, and it's very racist against Canadians and everything, but it is hilarious. It's honestly hilarious. Okay. 24. This is Doubtfire, 1993, 96%. This movie makes us miss Robin Williams because he is honestly hilarious. R.I.P. Robin Williams. R.I.P. the king of comedy. And he was honestly one of my favorite actors of all time. It's just that once he died, I can't really say who it is now, because I choose people who are alive to say which one is my favorite actor that's alive. Of course. Okay. 23. Toy Story 1995, 100%. Even Rotten Tomatoes puts it as 100%. But Recording Critics does the same thing because it's an honest, really good movie. The very first CGI movie is a true family film. Definitely is. 22. Die Hard with a Vengeance, 1995, 65%. In my opinion, I think that only the first two are really good, because I gave it a 65% for a reason. I mean, it's good, it's decent, but it's not as good as the first. Die Hard, which came out in 1988, which we're doing 90s movies, so if we were doing 80s, we'd put Die Hard on the list, definitely. So, Die Hard with Vengeance has to be on the list, though. 21. The Lion King, 1994, 94%. The Lion King is like one of the greatest Disney movies of all time, so of course I'm going to put it on the list. Although, The Lion King is not really a major film to watch, because there are some Disney movies that are actually a lot better, which I'll tell you that in a minute. But let's read the description I put. A true African family movie that is adored by families everywhere across the globe. I speak the truth, don't I? I mean, the way I put things, I always put things right. I mean, I'm not judging myself. I'm just saying that when I put these down and printed this whole paper, I put some thought into these. So, okay. Number 20, My Cousin Vinny, 1992, 72%. Okay, next page for the descriptions. My Cousin Vinny, right here. Court cases are funny if you're Joe Pesci or Marissa Tomei. So, of course, the main two actors of the film are very funny in the film and everything. And you get so much in the film. It's possibly one of the only movies I'll watch about a court case, because I find them extremely boring. But it is something that happens when you share custody of something. Oh, I get this, I get that. This person has been abused. We're gonna take you to court. Basically, that kind of thing. Oh, that dog came into my yard and pissed in my garden. Or something like that. Something stupid sometimes, you don't even know. But otherwise, yeah. Number 19, Beauty and the Beast. Wait a minute. My Cousin Vinny got 72%. I don't know if I've been keeping track of the ratings on these. Lion King got 94%. So, number 19, Beauty and the Beast. 1991, 97%. We have to admit, Beauty and the Beast is a lot better than The Lion King, because it's a lot... I mean, it's not really, like, something that a lot of people really like, because... That's a loud FedEx truck. Of course, though, everybody knows that Beauty and the Beast can be a lot better than The Lion King at the time, because the 90s did have some really good moments, but Lion King is still one of the best movies in the 90s, but Beauty and the Beast takes a better movie. Beauty and the Beast, it is just as good for girls as it is for boys. This movie makes us enjoy it. Truthful answers. 18, Misery, 1990, 98%. I love Misery. It's one of my favorite Stephen King movies, and I heard that it does very good as a book, and it does really good as a movie. I heard that they changed a lot in the movie, like the hobbling scene, the iconic scene, and everything. And they said it was an axe, but in the movie, actually, they use a sledgehammer. The axe is more deadlier, but the sledgehammer is more dramatic. And it's not like you lose a leg, it's like you break the leg, and basically it's like the equivalent to losing one. It's only for like temporary though. Because losing one means you can't put it back on. Instead, you got to get a robotic leg. It's kind of like what happened to Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars movies, on how Darth Vader cut off his arm and everything, and he had to like get a robotic arm to actually cover it up and everything. So of course, yeah, Misery's good though. Misery is good. Let's see the description for that one. Misery, funny, scary, intense, violent, and gruesome, makes us love this cult classic Stephen King story. Yes. 17, Batman Returns, 1992, 87%. Tim Burton with the Batman movies. So yeah, Batman Returns, true Tim Burton for this movie. It's definitely Tim Burton. 16, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, 1991, 100%. Terminator 2 is impressive. It's really impressive. And I can't agree more that the Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 are both equally 100%. I'm putting them both at 100%. And if Terminator 3 was on this list, which it's not because it comes out in the 2000s and everything, it would be on the... I'm going to try to censor these videos, so I'm not going to say it, because I want to censor my Recording Critics videos, of course, so they're crappy. They're very crappy. And Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines has to be one of the crappiest ones. So, of course, Terminator Salvation made up for that, though. Okay, because I was all busy and everything, I forgot what I was doing, but I then remembered where I was on the list, and I was with Terminator 2, am I right? Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look. Right here. There are 3 versions of the movie for a reason, since this movie is highly memorable by fans. Yeah. Terminator 2 is awesome. Okay, number 15, The Mask, 1994, 89%. The Mask is good. It's very goofy and weird, in my opinion. I didn't even put this down yet. Where's the Mask on here? Okay, that's the next page right there. Right here. True Jim Carrey nonsense is corny and odd, but honestly funny as hell. Number 4, Office Space, 1999, 93%. Whoa. Excuse me. I almost fell over. It can be racist and messed up at times, but what happens could actually happen at times in the office. I'm not talking about the show, I'm talking about an actual office. 13, Schindler's List, 1993, 94%. Schindler's List. This film brings us back to the Holocaust in a Spielberg way. That's a good way of putting it. Okay. I messed up. Okay, number 12. Back to the Future Part 3, 1990, 92%. Back to the Future Part 3 is underestimated. A lot of people hate it because they say that that's when the movie goes out of hand. But that's the finale, though, because the Part 2 actually leaves off on an ending saying, to be continued.
And everybody does not even care about it. They just say, why? Why is there another one coming out? They show at the end of part 2, if I'm not mistaken, they show a part 3 trailer. Because I've watched the movie so many times. Part 2 I've seen so many times. Seen all 3 of them so many times. So I know for a fact that at the end of part 2 it shows the trailer for part 3. It said, to be concluded. That's what it says at the end of part 2. So everybody knows that part 3 is going to be the finale. So, of course, yeah. This says right here, a lot of people liked this more than hated it. Yep. 11. Space Jam, 1996. 94%. Welcome to the Space Jam. That was a good movie. That really was. Honestly, one of my favorites. Okay. I'm not going to censor this, but I don't like moths. Sorry. I didn't hit it anyways. I missed. It's still swinging around now. It's right there. Of course, though, 94%. Where is Space Jam? Okay, great, yeah. For kids who love the Looney Tunes, you'd love it. 10. Trainspotting, 1996, 82%. Fun fact, I've never seen it. Did my research on it, and a lot of people said it was a really good movie, though. Trainspotting, the true definition of sex, drugs, rock and roll. I am not going to censor sex because you actually learn about that in school, so... Not in elementary or middle school, though. You're going to have to learn about it in high school. Because sex is a very big subject. And you don't even want to learn about that yet. Number 9, Twister, 1996, 76%. By the way, before I go to Twister, I actually already know about sex. Because I'm mature. I've learned about sex since I was 6 years old. Trust me, when I was 6 years old, I knew all about sex. And I'm not going to tell anybody. So, Twister. Okay, let's check out Twister. Next page. Okay, right here, Twister. Tornadoes are deadly, and this is proof. Big proof. Okay. Number 8, Dumb and Dumber, 1994, 90%. Dumb and Dumber. Idiots can make fun and take the movie screen and our eyes. To be honest, I've watched the unrated version so many times. It's hilariously gay. Get out of here, fly. Number 7. Wait a minute. Yeah, I did say the definition of Dumb and Dumber. Number 7. There's Something About Mary, 1998, 92%. Hilarious action jobs that we can adore. Ben Stone and Cameron Diaz both did a good job. So did Matt Dillon. All 3 of them did a good job playing their roles. Number 6, Jurassic Park, 1993, 95%. A cool movie all about dinosaurs and we all love it. Jurassic Park. Number 5, Men in Black, 1997, 96%. Aliens that take our eyes and glue them to the screen. I love how I put that. Oh man, it just reminds me of that movie Mars Attacks with the friggin' aliens. I freaking love that sequence. It's really cool. Oh boy. Oh boy. Number 4, Aladdin, 1992, 100%. Everybody was saying that it was the best Disney movie ever made, but a lot of people were saying Pinocchio was. But I had to put this one at 100%, but I'm also putting Pinocchio at it too. But the thing is, I'm not putting 40s movies on here. This is all 90s. So of course I'm not going to go back to the friggin' 40s to actually put them onto the list. I'm going with the 90s. So of course, Aladdin though, let's see the definition. Officially racist, but kid-friendly and lovable. Yes, it is racist, and it does have a lot of references in the movie. And it's funny. We all miss Robin Williams. Number 3, Home Alone, 1990, 89%. Home Alone. Excuse me for a second. Okay, shall we continue without murdering any insects? Yes. Okay. Home Alone. Christmas miracle of a film. Definitely. Definitively. Of course, Home Alone is a decent 90s movie, and of course, Rotten Tomatoes hated it. But the second one's a lot better, but I'm not putting the second one, though. I honestly love the second one a lot better. It's a lot funnier, it really is. A New York building. I mean, the second one was the only good sequel out of the whole entire Home Alone franchise. And Home Alone 3 was when it just went too far. And then Home Alone 4, and then Home Alone 5. And if I'm correct, I actually looked it up, and apparently they're doing a reboot of the original coming out next year called Home Alone. I'm guessing it's going to be called Disney's Home Alone because they buy out everything. Disney's been buying out everything lately. Okay. Number 2, The Silence of the Lambs, 1991, 100%. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Oh man. Friggin' movie always gives me the creeps. But it's still pretty good though. A horror movie with 4 nominated stars that we know and honestly love. The Silence of the Lambs is honestly very disturbing. And I don't know what the hell was going on in this scene where Buffalo Bill is dancing and everything. I think that scene is a little too much for the movie and everything. But it's rated R for a reason. So. But that's... I'm glad they don't show anything. But still. Silence of the Lambs. It's an excellent movie though. I still think the person that played Buffalo Bill did a very awesome job. Anthony Hopkins, the person who played Hannibal Lecter, also did an awesome job too. Everybody has to agree that he did the best performance in the movie was Hannibal Lecter. Anthony Hopkins, come on. If you don't know Anthony Hopkins in The Silence of the Lambs, what is the point of watching The Silence of the Lambs if you're going to forget who Hannibal Lecter is played by? There's no point in watching it if that happens. Okay, Silence of the Lambs. I already said that one. Okay. Number 1. There's only one detail about it, and that's at the end of the movie. So, number 1 is Titanic, 1997, 99%. I know how Mythbusters proved it to be illogical on how 2 people can't fit on a door, but they actually can. And it's very idiotic. At the end of the movie of Titanic, you get to see Rose and Jack. Jack has to sit in the water and freeze to death, while Rose puts her whole body on the freaking door. What's the point of that? When you can actually, if you can both get on the door, you can both live. Nobody's gonna swamp you because everybody's all freaking dead. I censor myself. But of course, wow, a 99% because I took 1% off because that door sequence. I mean, it's stupid, it really is. A movie that gives us the chills throughout. Oh man. There isn't much chills in Titanic. I just remember that. I don't even know why I put chills. Gives us the chills. Okay, the water was extremely freezing. You only get to see that sequence for like a half hour. Plus, it's a 3-hour long movie. You have to sit 3 hours through a romance movie. Oh, Jack. Oh, Jack. Oh, Rose. Oh, Rose. Okay, that's just dumb. Okay, the list ends up with a lot of movies. Since there are 30, we are all psyched to see the 2000s. Thank you for watching, and we post stuff every week. So go check out a video to be released this Friday. Today's Friday. I just printed this a couple days ago. So, of course, today's Friday. This has been Recording Critics. Have a nice day. Thank you.